I thought that guy was Chris Pratt for a second. Did you see that? Did you see the resemblance? That was so weird. Anyway, that was just such a tangent.
What's up, geeks? It is that guy, Tommy here, Mr. Nick Martineau. And sir, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Feeling good. A lot of people coming through the mall, and so yeah, here to celebrate Squid Game 3 releasing and talk about the Masked Manager and whatever else you want to talk about.
Yeah, definitely that's going to be on the list. And I was wondering if you guys recognize that voice, but of course you do now. So
attention, all players! You better recognize that voice.
So how many of y'all got scared when you heard that? Just out of pure curiosity. It's okay if you say all of you. That's fine. And actually, you know what? That's another question I'm going to. I didn't even think about that until just now. Has that ever frightened someone, they hear a voice, they're like, "Oh God, that actually gave me a chill"?
Yeah, I don't do it in public often or anything. I'm not that messed up. But yesterday they were doing Takji, the envelope game, where they throw it on the ground and try to flip them, and they were just doing it as a contest for anybody in the mall. And they put me on the mic, and as soon as I opened my mouth, attention all players, I saw several people lean back, open their mouths, like it's they can't help themselves. Like people have the fear of God put in them, but I had no idea it had that effect on people.
For the connection that Squid Games gave the fandom, I think it did still a slight fear that they have, that they don't even know that they have to this.
Yeah, it's interesting in that way. Yeah, that it can do that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the success of the show, season 3 just came out a couple days ago. It's probably going to do huge numbers like it always has. But how does it feel being part? Or actually, let me back up before I even ask that. Did you even predict the success of the show that it had?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I had dubbed Korean dramas and things before, and so all of them are just minor or modest hits at most, with a very niche audience that were watching them on Netflix. And so the trailer for Squid Game comes out after we record it, and my girlfriend tells me, "I think it's going to be big," and I said, "Well, none of the other ones were big, so I think you're wrong." And within, I don't know, a week of it releasing, it was the #1 show on Netflix of all time in terms of numbers. And so I've never been more wrong in my life. I'm happy I'm wrong. I get to be here and, meet people. But it was super unexpected. And, the fact that it spawned 3 seasons and 2 seasons of a reality show, it's awesome. And it's job security for me. And I'm super grateful to the team in Korea who created it.
And not only did it inspire that, but the cosplays that you see and of your characters, you can see gangs of just squares, circles, and triangles at any convention, and it wouldn't be weird.
Yeah, we don't have any right this second, but we've had some come through this weekend, and it's fun because I've not met Squid Game cosplayers until this weekend, just because I haven't done a Squid Game themed event, right?
Okay.
And so, people have come up to me in Call of Duty cosplay at Call of Duty events, and that's always cool. But the Squid Game stuff was new to me, and so seeing mini masked managers, children, and coming up to me in square masks, that's awesome. And I'll even send you a couple pictures I took on my phone, because I was people are asking for photos with me, but I'm asking for photos with them just because I think it's that cool.
That's so cool. That's awesome. I remember that first year came out, especially that Halloween. It feels like if you weren't a Squid Game character, you just weren't on to the show.
Yeah, basically you were just not cool, right?
Yeah, basically. Even my stepdaughter was it on it. I was like, okay, this is everywhere clearly.
Yep.
When did you foresee how big the show got? When did you really hitch? Oh, this is major.
I didn't foresee anything. It just kind of again, it's like an overnight success, right? And so you just wake up one morning finding out it's in the top 10, and then, oh, that's interesting. I'm going to go eat lunch. Oh, it's in the 5 spot now? By the end of the day, it's in the top 1, and then it stayed in the top 1 for, weeks. I didn't foresee anything. It just happened to me, and, I just consider myself really lucky to be in the right place at the right time, and, so blessed that I got to work on it. But, no, there was definitely no predicting its success. Not for me, anyway.
But that's still cool that you get to be a part of this huge mega success, and like it's more than just probably the number one streaming thing on Netflix. It's one of the most streamed series of all time.
Yeah,
it's just so crazy to think about that. But ever since streaming, this is still like if it's not number one, it's in the top 5. It's gotta be. So
I thought that guy was Chris Pratt for a second. Did you see that? Did you see the resemblance? That was so weird. Anyway, that was just such a tangent.
That's okay. It happens in my whenever it happens to me all the time and in my interviews. So
yeah.
It's back to life. So with all your with your voice acting characters and everything, is it ever like do you ever like expect it to ever really blow up, or like is it just another role that you get cast?
I try not to have high expectations, and I love to be surprised.
Okay.
With certain franchises which ones are going to blow up. 2022 was a great year for me because right after the success of the biggest Netflix show of all time, I was in the highest grossing Call of Duty of all time, right? And so that franchise is going to blow up year after year, right?
Yeah.
But no, I'm not one for wishful thinking. I don't sit there going, this one's going to be big. You set yourself up for disappointment, I think, if you sort of place expectations on something and people don't respond to it, right? And so the fans get to decide what's good and what's not, and so I'm just happy I get to work on anything at all. And it's always sad if you work on something that you do believe in and you put a lot of time into, and it doesn't see the light of day. I've worked on big franchises where the title has gotten canceled. So that kind of thing happens, but it's just show business.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the case.
Yeah,
but so now you're doing all these conventions, and not just Squid Game, but for the Call of Duty and everything. Now you're doing conventions. What has been some of the most memorable fan experiences you've had so far?
Well, I'm looking at Chris Pratt right now, so you gotta turn the camera.
Guys, if Chris Pratt
I want him in the video.
He'd be in this interview by now.
I want him in the video, but oh man, that's too good.
Yeah.
Some of my more memorable fan experiences. Somebody earlier today handed me their child, and they were like, "Yeah, he's not going to take a picture with you unless you hold him." And he was old enough to be walking around, probably like 4 or 5. And I was like, when I take photos with people, I do the hover hand, just because you don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, right? Yeah. So I just do the hover hand. It looks great in photos, and nobody has to touch anybody.
Yeah.
Unless they want to. And they were just like, no, you're gonna hold my kid. So I'm holding a 5-year-old in my hands like this today. We took a picture, and he was like this before, and then as soon as he was in my arms, he was like. So that's you can't forget stuff like that.
No, you can't. Okay, I'm sorry.
I felt like the worst pope to ever exist, like holding people's children. But they loved it, so okay.
Definitely probably the funniest story I've heard all day, and I don't think anything was going to top that. That's oh man. Oh, get myself together here. Okay.
So, also, I had an old lady come by yesterday and just start pointing at my picture and going, "That's not you. You don't look like your picture." That photo was 2 years old, and she said, "I look older in the photo than I do in real life." She brought nothing. She just roasted me, then walked away. So, thank you, Karen, for that one. That was pretty memorable. But everybody else has been really nice. San Antonio, I've gotten the Southern hospitality treatment and everything, good. So that's very nice.
Good job, everybody else.
Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody else.
Man, that is messed up. She came up and roasted you for 2 minutes and walked off. Wow, she at least bought an autograph.
No.
The success you've had so far, is there a character that you maybe haven't done yet that you want to?
It's a good question. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Not just the mainline movies, but seen all the Clone Wars and all that too. And so, would love to do a character in Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Just saying.
I have a video on my Instagram where I do like impressions of all of these different Star Wars characters and whatnot. And so, my fandom goes deep. It's a long time coming, I think. I want to be in Star Wars. Come on, Lucasfilm. Come on, Disney.
I mean,
I've done other work for Disney, but nothing in that realm.
I mean, at this point, they keep coming up with Star Wars projects, so I don't see why they shouldn't call you.
Yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, I think the Square manager could at least make an appearance.
In Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
put like the Mandalorian through a game or two.
That would be kind of interesting, right?
Be kind of like the weird, it'd be the weirdest but probably most profitable crossover of all time.
For sure, yeah. Throw some Marvel characters in there too.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
just IP the movie.
I mean, I don't see why you can't. Okay, I'm having too much fun, and you're such an awesome person. So great to talk to you. And I want to thank you for your time today.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you came here to San Antonio. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, and we hope to see you again soon. And hopefully, next time I talk to you, it's about the Star Wars project.
Oh, for sure. I hope I get to come back. I love San Antonio as a city now, and so.
Oh yeah, we're glad, except for that one encounter that you had.
Yeah, I know what the fuck, old lady. Like, what the hell was that? Anyway,
I love how that's probably the one thing that this gets taken from this interview, and I hope we can really
somebody will clip it.
Yeah, somebody will definitely clip it for sure. It might be us. Anyway, Mr. Martineau, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Nice meeting you, Tommy.
It's so great meeting you.
Great talk.
And hopefully we'll see you real soon.
Yeah.
And geeks, thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.